Yo, welcome to the stream. We are chilling here tonight, thinking about the game that we want to play. Now, I think it's going to be Conan practice because I'm like trying to get a feel for the challenge run, for the all punches all the time challenge run. Trying to come up with some rules, trying to come up with some interesting stuff to keep it fresh. The other thing is, I also don't really know what I want to play. I am without my PlayStation 2. I still haven't taken it in. I kind of like what to do about it. I don't know what to play. I feel lost and alone. And I could, I could potentially play. I have 142 games. Oh, that doesn't look like. Does it? Could be. God. Um, but I think Conan is the answer. You better get him, Fiona. You better get him. Yeah, I think Conan is the answer for tonight. It's weird. I love streaming. I love talking about games. But sometimes you just vibing with it. Let's at least mess around with the video screen where the colors are a little more slightly more vibrant than they appear to be. That might be as good as we're gonna get. We'll take it. Now, for some reason, this is eating up my CPU. Oh, now it's going down. Stuff is weird. Okay. So, will put me down in the corner. Ah! Will put me down in the corner. So one thing that is nice, that would be nice about a Conan all punches run, the game provides copious checkpoints, like a lot of checkpoints, which would be really beneficial. Like I wouldn't have to worry too much about much of anything. Like none of the deaths, or if I did hit somebody with a weapon, nothing would be particularly problematic, right? Like nothing would take, it wouldn't destroy wouldn't add a ton of time. I think the thing that will take the longest, and this is something I'm going to show off here, is the fucking bosses, dude. The bosses take forever because they're not standard size. They're not human sized. They are
Conan!
The size of a fucking mammoth, and you can only punch his trunk. Like it is problematic, I think, in a big way, especially for Conan here, who literally the only thing we can do to bosses is use our strong left hand and punch them. This looks like it's crazy loud on here. Okay. Also, one problem is I forgot about this. You have to watch this cutscene until you get to the other side of the boss. I believe. 2 phases to this boss. You gotta watch Akana. You have to watch the mammoth. This whole thing, you can't skip it. So that's kind of a nightmare on its own. But this is one of those things where I'm trying it out. We're testing the waters, and I think that was bullshit. Can we at least all agree that that was fucking bullshit? We got hit by a rock falling from the sky. Like, there was nothing we could do about that.
Conan!
I mean, maybe we could have just, like, stayed, but a rock could have hit us some other time. I do like the glow here. I don't understand why this is a mammoth. This place is, like, filled with... This is the first time in the game that you get to see these giant gorilla creatures. The fact that it's not some giant gorilla feels a little bit silly. Okay, that didn't die there, which is great. But this is his first attack. It's sort of a... Okay, this should give us 3 punches. We weren't close enough, but... And it doesn't do, like, terrible damage, right? We want to stay away from that. We can punch this guy here to get some green stuff. Okay. Want to jump. Avoid getting hit by rocks, which, like, are not visible. Like, you can't... There's no shadow of where they're going to fall. That did not hit him at all. You need, like, a very specific angle, too. 3, 4. Oh, nope. But, as you can see, these punches are doing damage. Like, they're not terrible. Oh, come on, Conan. 2, 3, jump. Gotta dodge the crazy roar of the mammoth. Ooh, that was a lucky punch. I think we get Gemini. Oh, come on. That didn't look like it was gonna hit me, did it? Okay. That seems... 1, 2. Didn't even get 1, 3, 1 lucky one. Okay. So we're gonna come over here. We're gonna punch this. He did it too early. He did it too early. Now we have to do that whole thing again. This is sort of where I see the problems. Also, I didn't think that I was going to do...
Conan!
There are a whole bunch of different power-ups throughout the game. These sigils, these runes that are inside the... Rune triumvirates is what they're called. And they're scattered throughout. And there's green, blue, and red. And they all increase some facet. The blue gives you extra armor powers. The red gives you more Song of Death. And that didn't even anything. Feels a little cheap. That also did nothing. Not fun. And we didn't dodge fast enough. But green gives you health. And because the challenge would be playing on this on King difficulty, which is the most difficult version of the game, which I think actually just like decreases Conan's health. Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like people just hit him way harder. I think that's really important, because if you get touched at all and then make it to the boss, like, you like one touch and you're dead. And that's just not a super fun way to play. And I know it's a challenge, but I would rather be able to stack it slightly in my favor, right? Ooh, one nice little punch right off the bat. Ooh, yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, none of that. Let's get ourselves a jump here. Couldn't jump. Why would you throw it that way, Conan? Okay. Right to the schnoz. Didn't do anything. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's fair. That's like a Dark Souls mistake right there. I just messed that up huge. Now there are a whole bunch of other spots. I've got a whole bunch of saves that I'm going to be able to test out and try. The nice thing is that I don't know if this game was ever intended to be played, or even like if the designers thought that you could beat this game like this, but they did allow for some really interesting stuff that like I don't even know if they realize sort of the potential. Okay. But he doesn't like it when you're super far away, apparently. We'll knock him in the noggin, or knock him in the schnoz. Give it a toss. There we go. Like, that's... Knock him in the schnoz a few times. We get hung up so we can only get 1 punch, 2 punch? No. Jesus, man. Come on, that's not fair. We can agree, right? We can all agree. That's not fair. Getting hit by a rock with no shadow. That's cheap. That's the cheap stuff.
Conan!
There are two other bosses that I could see being like really problematic. This guy obviously is a problem because he's so big and weird. He has so little... You don't get to hit him very much. Oh, you can't even hit him there. Okay. 2, 3, and 4. Dodge, nice. Okay, that was like optimal. That's what you want. Bro. Alright. Stay close. Use our invincible roll. One. Okay, sure. You want to stay close, so you're not, Okay, so now he's really mad. This area gets broken up and cross. Okay, perfect. He does his one attack. Now we're gonna jump here. Great. Break this, get a little health, and boom, we're in the money. So we're lighting up the tar. He loses a bit of tusk. He's not real happy about that. Now we have to do the other tusk. We have to do the other side. Here we go. And come on, bro. A lot of bullshit. That took over half of our life. Jiminy. Dude, I'm telling you. So now we have to redo the whole fight, I think. Whenever you get everything going your way, it's fine. But when you don't,
Conan!
and not being able to skip this cutscene, I think would be... Yeah, it would be very cool to do this in like one turn. in one attempt. But this is just what we gotta do. We gotta practice this specific part. It seems like being close is better, as long as I've got my dodges. And whatever. So let's let this rip. Yeah. That do any damage? I don't think so. Hitboxes are weird. It feels like we should just run. One, two. We want at least 3. Dude. What's going on? Kit, how you doing, brother? This is a Elephant Rocks. I believe it's an old mammoth. If we're being specific, if we're being nerds here. No, I'm doing a little bit of practice, or I'm actually gonna try to run this game as like purely no weapons. I'm not gonna use. Yes, the rocks do a lot of damage because this is on King difficulty. So the challenge is... Excuse me. The challenge is King difficulty, which is the... You know, I think Conan actually just has, like, way less health. Let's just throw this. And we just miss. That's fine. That's gonna... We're probably not gonna win this round. The challenge is the bosses. I think, like, normal enemies are actually just fine. But the big bosses, they're so... you're supposed to fight them with your weapons, with your swords. Oh, I don't... Can I even hit them? Yes. 2, 3. Nope. Not enough invincibility there. So part of this is like, when are you greedy because I don't want to do this fight anymore? And when are you a Dark Souls player and you're not risking everything for one last punch?
Conan!
I think I was mentioning, so there's like, I'm trying to figure out the rules for the challenge run. And I think one of them is like, only moves that don't use your weapon. So Conan has this big old punch called the Camel Punch, and he's got a whole bunch of grapples, which are cool. Why didn't that work? 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, like, why didn't that hit me? Okay. Whoop. That was risky. I was like, let's throw this. Nope. Okay. Rules are only your mitts or your feet, just like no weapons. I think you're allowed to throw stuff as long as it's not a bladed weapon. So like crates, barrels, vases. You get torches every once in a while. I'm a little iffy on the torches, to be honest. Yeah, rocks, like we've seen here. You can throw enemies. I'm down with that. But I think it's going to be like stuff like that I like want to focus on. And oh my god, those things. Alright, we did get hit, but so did the elephant. So did the mastodon, excuse me. That's... Okay, we got one lucky hit in there. Throw it at the schnoz. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Did that do like so much damage, dude? Exactly. My body is the weapon. Thank you. But does that sound like something that would be interesting? Like creating a bunch of rules and setting up so that, you know, I make the game harder. You know, all those rules make sense. Oh, dude, that was perfect. I dodged in because... Okay. Maybe we just stay right there. Maybe we just stay straight up in his face. Hope you're excited to watch this cutscene again.
Conan!
But frankly, Kit, now that I have you here, maybe I'll try out something else so it's not quite so boring. There is. There's a speedrunning, just like play the game. And I have the speedrun world record. But it's severely outdated and not a very good run, to be honest. So, I gotta check out how much damage that one boulder did. That was like a god boulder. It could be. It sounds like a very painful speedrun category. Just waiting for a boulder to clip me on my noggin. Okay, fine. We'll roll to the other side. We'll roll away. We'll roll away to be safe. This will be my last attempt, and then I'll show you some cool stuff. Because actually, like, I do think there's some neat stuff. Actually, there's hella neat stuff in this game. I have a script written for I think it's getting to be like 20 minutes explaining sort of the cool combat tweaks. I think a lot of people feel like this game is just a God of War clone. But it's not. It has its own special sauce. Jesus fucking Christ. King difficult. I think I missed a rune triumvirate, and I've picked up 2 others. No, that's true. But when I'm playing for somebody else, or when I have somebody else watching me, I do want to be slightly entertaining. And as fun as this is, dude, it's not that much fun. It does look like a God of War clone. It absolutely does. And I think it was heavily inspired by God of War. But it is not God of War. Dodge away from the... That's fine. We'll throw one of these guys, and it'll just hit the... That's fine. Ooh, that was a nice one. I don't know if that did any damage. But in this game, instead of... You get 3 different weapons that you can use at any point, as long as you can pick them up. So there's one-handed like this with shields. There is two-handed, which is my favorite. There's dual wielding. Jesus fucking... This is not a fun... This is not fun. Random stones coming out. But this will be fun to edit. And, like, as I'm editing, like, putting all the bullshit in. I do want to show you some, like, okay. Looks like God of War. Absolutely agree. But there is, like, a lot of cool... Okay, so I think... Ooh, I got rid of... Devil Island is boring, but Fallen Kingdom is cool. Okay. So if you're into dual wielding is my least favorite.
I'll find you a city. Go.
But if you really like dual wielding, this game has some cool ass fucking dual wielding. So what I'm trying to do, so if I'm doing... Okay, basically, I want to show off some tech here. So not only can you just bring these dudes over here so that Akana kills them, which is kind of neat. You can also, like, normally you can't grab these dudes. They'll push you away. And it's hard to measure the distance to, like, punch them. They will almost always, you know, kind of try to attack you if you're gonna punch them. But you have a sneaky thing where you can pop their heads like zits. If you cancel the animation, roll, and then use one of the next moves in your combo. So again, if you try to just grab them, if you hit the B button, but if you hit the B button, roll, and then hit Y, you'll get a backbreaker. I want to show this off because this is cool. Like, this is actually, like, legitimately fun. So then I'm going to explain this all in my Conan combat video. But basically, you can animation cancel basically any attack. And then after your roll, you can do the button following. So Backbreaker is BY, right? That's the move we just did. We literally cosplay Bane, fucking break their backs. It's really neat. But that also allows us to do this move. So X and Y, or Y and X. Totally. I absolutely agree. So that move, Y into X, will allow you to grab someone. And grabbing someone, like if I animation cancel that, my sword doesn't hit them, but I am able to grapple them, which is really freaking cool because even captains who normally are completely immune to grabs can get grappled like this. Oop. Show this off as this guy fucking goes nuts. Whoop. I'm doing a poor job showing this off, but chill, bruh, chill. These guys also cannot be grabbed normally. Ow. Oh, I haven't bought the move that I'm trying to show you, my dude. I forgot that I haven't even done this. Okay, you have to buy this. Okay, Hyborian Head Smash, incredibly important. This move here. Boom. You get a free boom backbreaker. You can also do it to these guys, who are normally, again, ungrabbable. Then you can stomp them. This is actually a good way to beat these enemies unarmed. You can get punched by that move, by that like sort of like finishing move. And now look, I can just punch him. I get a free punch in after that. Ooh, that was problematic. We would probably have to reset here or something, right? But I think X, Y. Wait, no, that was wrong. It's yeah, okay. It's X, Y into a. We got to use it on one of the small guys. Ow, chill. This. Bam. So that does a whole bunch of damage. And we can... Oh. Bonk. Now, these guys are normally super difficult to beat. The captains. But this game allows for a whole bunch of environmental stuff. Right? That is pretty neat. Boom. So his head explodes. Like, I think there's a lot of really neat ways that probably have never been thought of before to beat this game without using weapons. And I think, I don't know, man. I just think that could be really neat. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna. I don't think it's gonna take me a terribly long time. But I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. So, oh, the other thing will be no health things. Like no consumables, basically. Okay, I didn't actually know where this was, but I'm gonna allow rune triumvirates, and I don't know if you see up here in the left-hand corner, but there's actually we have magic. Conan has access to some magic, and we're gonna make sure that we only use magic that doesn't do damage. There's only one move that does that, and it actually allows us to like punch the living shit out of dudes. So, yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna allow Stone Prison, which I think is gonna be absolutely sick. Damn, this thing's really fucking far away. I just want to show you how the what the rune triumvirate looks like. Over, like the farthest fucking thing in the world. They're right back here.
I'll guard the ship for now and find you.
I don't even know where it is. Anyway. Yo. The Steven Wilson So I will show off the. We're gonna see how far we can get doing this silliness. Got this one. There's another one over there. I don't even know where the other one is. Not important. We don't technically need a lot of life for this particular bit. And actually, you can avoid most of the enemies, frankly.
Run for your lives!
And then we just stomp them. We got blown up there. That was... Wow, I can't believe that dude got blown. But the nice thing... Oh, and another cool thing that makes this game makes it its own sort of barbarian is the more you use a move, the more likely it is you'll master it. So you get like a small percentage of mastery, basically, every time you land the move on an enemy. And in mastering something, sometimes you get bonuses for killing. So like if you kill with the backbreaker, you'll get 5 health runes. So you'll get a little bit of life. So there's a tactical element to like mastering these specific moves and unlocking certain moves. So like you can actually get bonuses in combat, right? Dude, this game is super fun. It is not a good game, but it is a game I've sincerely enjoyed ever since like I got super into Conan a couple of years ago, and I don't know what it normally that respawn. Here it is. And I just fell in love with this game. I like what's crazy is like Ron Perlman is the voice actor. Ron Perlman was like slaying around this time. He was doing such a good. Okay, let's see how many dudes we can hit with our big ol' ox cart. Get these dudes. We're at least getting the captain. That's fine. Whoop. We don't want that. We want. Oh yeah. So there's some other things that I want to try. Like there's like a tactical boom. So that creates a giant explosion. Not only do we blow up the dude's head, but it creates this giant AoE explosion. You also get these sick parries, but we, in the challenge run, will only be allowed to use the one where he rips their guts out with his hand, which I feel like is a really cool nod to the fact that we're going to be doing this as a challenge run. And we're not going to be allowed to use any weapons. So the like gut rip doesn't use any weapons. Just his big old meaty palms. Yeah, just another cool thing. So we won't be able to use any of these health pots or the magic pots as another rule. Thinking about other rules, I don't think there's any other ones that like, question for you guys. Do you think I should be able to, I think the answer is no, but should I be able to throw weapons that are on the ground? That feels like you're using a weapon, you know? I know that, and for whatever reason, throwing, you can ignore these guys completely. We actually have all the moves we need, so just, whatever. We can punch through here, like the Sumerian badass that we are. I think there's a girl over here that we could save. Also, it's just fun to kill these dudes with our Bane-style backbreaker. Boom. And then we can fucking Michael Flatley his ass. Boom. The one thing that I think would make this like very difficult is Conan, he naturally targets single enemies. And so it can be really hard to target the person you want. And sometimes like that, I was trying to stomp and I got a slice. this game is not for kids. This is a naked woman with breasts out. So if you're into that sort of thing, this game has that. That was not intentional. Sorry, bro. Okay, let's see if I can show off how... I wasn't able to show... Ooh, maybe, hold on. Okay, can we do this out? I want to show if maybe we can throw this guy and like hit other dudes with them, but I don't think we're able to pull that off. Anyway, let's punch some things, and we're just going to keep cooking. We don't have a ton of health. Also, not a big deal. Wow. You almost get like... They almost get like sucked over. Like, there's almost like a vacuum effect on that. Like when you try to grab folks. It's kind of sick. This part up ahead, I think is going to be very... Like, this is going to be one of the harder parts of this particular level. There's a whole bunch of enemies, and there are lions. Now, lions are fucking so annoying, bro. They're so annoying. So what we really want to do is we want to get everybody around these ox carts, and we just want to hit them with the ox carts. Like, getting 2 lions, like, that's perfect. We go Michael Flatley on their asses, like, that's gold. The backbreaker is the, like, strongest, you know, the strongest grab in the game. We need to use other moves if we want to get health back, which I think is, like, a really fun mechanic where, like, you can't just, like, get health non-stop. You do have to think about the moves that you're using. Cool. Oh, what was this? What was this? What did I try to do there? Oh, he doesn't... Excuse me. He doesn't let me just huck him into the air. He doesn't let me backbreak him. So captains, no matter what, you cannot. But you can just straight up punch them in the face. Like that. Now, it takes fucking forever to do that. But what you can do is these guys don't give a shit about, like, they will tank jars to the face all fucking day. He tried to roll, but he is big and dumb. And thus, he gets hit by jars. Now, you can tell when these dudes have, like, half of their life because they lose their helmet. We went in for a punch there, but the game thought we were trying to grab him, which can be very frustrating. As you can see, fighting these captain enemies is terrible. They have a lot of freaking health. Now, what we could do, which is kind of like, I don't think this is cheating. We're not doing damage. We're not doing damage with the magic. We're just... You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was kind of a cool trick. Punch. Punch. I actually want to be hit by that, which is wild. So we can take off like half of the dude's life. Yes. Okay, well, we fucked up there, but if we had gotten the appropriate button press, which I very rarely miss, I'm surprised that I flubbed that. That would have been like ideal. Like, we actually want to get hit by that, which is pretty cool. Again, another cool piece of like unarmed tech. Ooh, that was the thing. I went in for a stomp, and the lion got us. Ooh, another cool bit of unarmed tech. You can let the lions, they do this like charge attack, and if they get you, you get an auto kill with if you hit the button prompt, and you snap their neck instead of, yeah, you snap their neck. But I think they need to be like kind of low on health, so you need to punch them a whole bunch. Also, I don't know if you guys know anything about Conan, but like, this dude is like, imagine somebody just straight up punching you to death. Like, he's got a sword, but he just punches you. Like, that's compelling. That's compelling AF. So here's what we're gonna do. This shuts. I want to get like as many people in front of that, thingy. We're gonna try to get the captain shuffling over here too. Okay. All right, let's see how many people we can get. Now, they're going to move this, which is very frustrating. And they can potentially move it against the wall. I think that's all we're getting here. Yo! Yeah, dude, subscribe. That would be great. Happy to have you. Especially if you like comic book based video games. We typically do X-Men stuff here. I just my PlayStation 2's in the shop, or not in the shop, which is the problem. I need to get it to the shop. Okay, this is how we beat the captain enemies. Ooh, that was poor form. We need to throw this dude to the captain. Another unarmed way to do damage, which is so cool. Ow, everybody chill. This would be a good time to use magic. Right? This is just a game that is, I don't know, man, I feel like this game is worth, oh, can't do that. We can't be too happy-go-lucky here. Yeah, I think it would be super cool to get one of the developers on and just be like, hey, I beat this game, like, no weapons. I think the final boss, Graven, would be literally a nightmare. The dude is, like, so painful as a boss. Oh, yeah, we do have to get hit by that, don't we? Okay. Okay, this is good. This will take away half his life. Wow. Okay, here we go. We go for this. We're going to try to get punched. Oh, just a straight up smack in the face. All right, so this guy's going to come at us. We're going to bring a vase over here because it is kind of annoying. I think we've accidentally slashed like one dude, which is pretty good, all things considered. Boom. Boom. Oh. It reminded me of a Tekken Bound. That's what we need to get hit by. Doesn't even care. This dude just taking punches. Bip. Oh, bam. I do have to say, like, I do like the sort of storytelling behind Conan straight up just punching people to death. I wish there was more you could do with this character. Okay, that hurt us a lot. We flubbed that. I think if we get punched by this dude, we're gonna get hit. Or we're gonna die. Ooh, low life. we can't get what do you call it? We can't allow him to kick us again, I don't think. We just gotta take these headbutts and these punches. Luckily, the AI will get stuck sort of in a loop. Bam. Oh, see, that was poor form. He didn't do the thing I want him to do. Oh, but we got a big health out of that. That's not too bad. Now comes the another very frustrating area, but it could be worse. Could be worse. We do have Stone Prison, which is the stone magic. Just have it now to get these things. Not so much in the speed run, but as a capital G gamer. We're gonna get some life back with, like, that's typically how I think. Boom. We need to pop the arrow. Luckily, if you get close enough to, oh my god. These guys, they stop attacking. Okay. Pop. Boom. Michael Flatley releasing some of his. We can throw. Throwing is, again, I think, a great way to finish off enemies. Oh yeah, if anybody's still there, I would love to know, would you consider it cheating if I were to throw weapons? That's what I want to know. Bang. Boom.
One less dog in the streets.
Little life back. Gets ruined by this dude. Yeah, if I were to allow. Chill, daddy. Now we have to do this. See, that's what I'm saying, Blade. I feel like throwing weapons is not allowed. And it's not fist only, it's unarmed. So I'm going to be able to grab dudes, kick them, as well as yeah, so I can throw objects. So like barrels and stuff like that. I think that makes it slightly more interesting. Like, I can throw these vases. Like, they're not technically one of the weapons that Conan has, like, right? Like, they're not like one of these. So, like, no shields, no dual wielding, no two-handed swords. But I'm not allowed to throw them. That to me sounds fair. Just no weapons, exactly. Now, question for you. What about no damaging magic? So, like, if I have a move... So I have this move here, Stone Prison. It does no damage, but I can punch dudes to death with it. I also have I have 3 other forms of magic that do damage. Like Rain of Fire, Crow Storm, and the Void. Does that sound fair? Only using the one that does no damage. So it's like I'm throwing a stun. I don't know. To me, that seems fine. Okay, so I want to try something kind of cool. I want to see if I can. Oh, we didn't get it. Okay. Boom. Okay, that's supposed to create an AoE. You say it's allowed if you're overwhelmed. I feel like I need to make, like, I don't know. That feels like a cop out. Okay, that's 3. boom, and then 1, 2, 3, right? So that's a grab into a Michael Flatley style Lord of the Dance kill. So this would be a very, this in the speedrun is no problem. I literally just equip Rain of Fire and I just smoke these dudes. I just literally stand at the doorway and I get them with Rain of Fire. Oh, I need to go this way. Everybody comes over here. Now, I am able to kick. I feel like kicking this thing. Ooh, okay, hold on one second. I have to test something. This captain enemy is just fucking annoying. He gets to die. But we gotta check if these like girder oh, see, that would be a faux pas. Now, do I die? Do I allow myself to die? Or do we just like make a knock and then say like, oh, for charity, we like donate $1 for every time we accidentally use, you know, a weapon? That might be kind of fun. Now, are these considered spikes? Oh, that's gonna make this so much easier. Get on those spikes, bruh. And then Michael Flatley.
Feel the cut of my steel.
I feel like this is a legitimate. I feel like this is straight up a legit way to beat this game. I don't know if I can do it. I'm gonna try out one other level before I hard commit to the challenge run, which I'll probably end up doing for the next couple weeks. I mean, that's, yeah, Conan the Impaler. Conan, also the giant meat sack. This is also, I don't think this is on the hardest difficulty, so if I am getting hit, it's like not that big a deal. But on King difficulty, I will be getting hit a lot harder. So this is Bone Cleaver. There is a strat to take this dude out pretty easy, but he hits like a fucking truck. And you can only expect... Ooh, this move is brutal. You have to just run around him to his... to his left side. Because he's going to always throw those silly kicks. And then we want to be nowhere near... Ooh, we get a nice big green health. But like, look at how little damage we do here. We literally just have to do this. Wait for him to kick, and then we get 2. We can also bait out the kick. We can kind of get him stuck in a loop, which I've been trying to do, or like try to do consistently. Kind of hard. You like punch. Then when the kick comes... Ooh, that was nice. I'm gonna run around this way. Now, this guy also has 2 forms that are just as annoying. That was good. That was good. Ooh. That would have actually been sick if we got him stuck like that. Yeah, I feel like my strat would totally work. Okay, it's always the second kick. Oh. 1, 2. Now the problem is when he uses that big sweeping swipe. Okay, one more hit should... Oh. So that would probably kill me on King difficulty. Yeah, that would absolutely... Like, I would be dead. You get a little bit of life back. And, yeah, I actually have the sound off for this because it's so annoying. God, I forgot that that was AoE. This is the same deal. Forgot. Okay, so this move is unblockable. Little Morningstar flail. We need to dodge this way. So yeah, that is doable. Now we're going to the final level real quick. Oh, nice. So that actually. That's actually a little bit sick. Because you start at the second phase. That's amazing, actually. Okay. Dark Prison. Dark Prison is the final level of the game where we fight the chief bad guy. I just need to see if it's even possible to hit this dude with Camel Punch. He is not particularly difficult if you know what you're doing. But yeah, Graven is kind of a dick. And yeah. So we are clear. So we're hold on. Let me type up the rules as we know them.
Come out of your hole and face my blade.
Potential challenge.
What have you done with a Conan, dog? Where is she?
She's with her father, where she belongs.
A father who would kill her to feed his own bloodlust?
Gosh, he's such a dork.
Resist me.
One.
Serve the true gods, and they serve me.
The primal gods are angry.
Weapons of any,
Angry to see what man has done.
and that would be
Civilization is a sickness. I am
blades.
from his fetters.
Oh, chat is frozen.
Death liberates the savage within. Surely you understand this.
This blackness is your cure for civilization? I have no love for corrupt priests and their idols.
No using
But your
weapon.
way is worse by far.
Then you shall perish like the others.
Back.
And serve me for eternity in the abyss.
From devil.
Oh, okay. Let's see if we can even punch him. Oh! Okay, so he guards against... I think this is just going to be super long. So he does let you hit him. Okay, like, we can't afford to be hit, really. We can just literally punch like this. And we'll eventually beat him. Why is that so... Typically you're allowed to jump over. Also, it's totally fair to call this dude a friggin' dork. He is like a Gumby looking dumbass. We can actually get 2 punches in. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I wonder how many hits we can actually take on King difficulty. This is not on King at all. So we can't be that close. It's funny with weapons. Oh, I can't actually hit him in there. You're never this close. So you... No. Okay, this is legit doable, you guys. See, now... Okay, you have to be much further away. Okay, this is doable. This is a doable speedrun. Or not speedrun. Wait. There's an octopus boss. There's an octopus boss. And... it tries to break the mast with its... it's like a scripted event, and it tries to break the mast by using its tentacles, and you have to destroy the tentacles. Or, you know, chop them so that it lets go. I don't know if I could punch the tentacles fast enough. Only punches, kicks, and grabs are allowed. And also throw stuff. Like boxes, vases, and obviously enemies. Oh, no healing pots. No healing pots. No throwing weapons. Only punches. Can also throw stuff like no healing pots. Can you... oh, hardest difficulty. Oh, sick. No cheats. So this game does have plenty of cheats. Okay, it's possible. Possible. It just will suck to fight certain enemies. Like this area. Yeah, I think like making this as kind of like a fact-finding mission was kind of fun. Have to get our... Now, there is potential here for another move called Fury Kick. Ooh, okay, so you don't have to invest too much to get it. And there's another one here, specifically Gem Cutter. Which could potentially... I don't think Gem Cutter's gonna... But Fury Kick might have a little sauce. No. Jing! Ooh, that's actually kind of sick. Because those guys are so close, that could be actually a really good thing. Elbow stun is or warrior suplex looking good. And we can throw these dudes into these dudes. Oh. You can also wake up all these armors. You have to kill every single... Okay. We have to just beat the living out of the... And this will give us health, right? Eventually, when this is mastered, it'll give us 3... Okay. 5 green runes. Okay, so this will actually be kind of sick. It could be potentially... Can we even break a shield with punches. That's kind of an interesting... Okay, he gets hit. These typically take 4 hits to kill. But you do get a free parry. Okay, these guys should all wake up. 2, 3. Okay, parry there. Parry timing shouldn't be that hard on. Ooh, this is going to be these guys are going to be problematic. Because it's taking... Okay, double parry. And the triple of the 4 hit to... Oh, it takes way longer to kill these guys outside of the tutorial. So there's a tutorial mission there. Okay.
This city is under the ocean.
Okay, can we... Okay, does that do any damage? Ooh, hell yeah! Having these little gross Gumby boys a little bit sick. Parry kill. Love it. Yeah, you guys, I feel like this is a legit way to play the game. I feel like this could be a thing. Alright, throw this dude. These Gumby boys are so annoying. Can't parry them because there's no weapon to parry. Hey guys, I think... Oh no, am I throwing them over the edge? No, I need you guys. For health. Not for any other reason. Just health. Yeah, this will be problematic though with like almost 0 life. You absolutely need backbreaker. The biggest way.
One less dog in the streets.
Yeah. Okay. And it might... Hold on, we have to try something. We have to try one thing here before we stop. It's going to be shield strip. Why? Okay. Why? Ooh. And I guess I just punched him. 1, 3, 4, 5. Can't escape. Okay, so it takes 6 hits. Now, we want to avoid fighting this fucking thing. Yeah. Because these... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, jump. 9, 10, 11... Ow. 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. But we get it. Okay, 15 punches. Doable. That's not too bad. On King difficulty, it might be slightly more problematic. But there's a lot of ways to heal at least. Using backbreaker. So, as long as we vary some stuff, I think that could be potentially a very good way to do this. Like, we're basically just getting free health here. How many backbreakers do we get? We get 2?
Face Crom now.
Okay, so you only get like 2 or 3. So, this is viable again. This is viable. Barring some bosses could be problematic. I think this is... We don't even have to fight those guys. That is the worst fucking in the history of the game. Telling you. So painful. All these jumps are. Just silly. Okay. I think you have to jump from like the highest point. Like here. I don't know why that is. Okay, you need parry kills here. But I don't actually know if you can parry kill big boys. The super slam attack. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know if you can. I parried something from this guy. Wait. Ooh, okay, alright. We do get a little life back because we're low. I think, like, baiting the, we gotta get their parry timing down. That's gonna be so important. Okay. It's unlocked. Okay. Now we've got... And you have the... Oh. So this is definitely going to be problematic. So, we can throw these dudes. Yes, at the armors. Which is definitely what I want to do here. And we could probably throw them at the big boys, too. There's no indication that there's any damage done by these dudes. But... I'm saying? Give me that life back. Ooh, yeah. You also do get a little bit of invincibility during the good parry kill. Ow. Luckily, that unblockable. Lucky. Now you need this rock to break through a wall over here. These guys are walls in and of themselves. Ooh, we need these guys to use their their attacks on each other, because we are low on life. Whoop. Okay. It's possible. I think that unbreakable hit does unblockable. I'm really liking the idea of this challenge run. I would never have edited something quite so long before. I actually think this could be legit, like a cool thing. Maybe even a cool thing for like the channel. Oh, what? We need to get the parry timing down. That felt like it's not even possible. Yeah. Anyway, Blade, how you doing, man? You have once again changed your name. I don't know if it's different than last time, but it's certainly different. You just have a case of mistaken identity. Not feeling like yourself lately? Oh good, he's up against a wall, I get a little life back. I'm gonna be working this B button so hard.
Die, you cur.
Alright, alright. 2 weeks ago. I'm glad that you've always got Blade. Keep Blade in your name. I will never be able to figure out who you are otherwise. Oh my god, I almost dove off. Changed because I wanted my name to be the same on... Yup. Who doesn't love the branding? It's important. I'm Sandalwood Grips most places. Punch. 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 A little bit of invincibility there, you see that? Is this doing damage to this dude? I don't know. I am stuck between a rock and a hard place. Ooh, we still took the damage actually from that. Whoa, that is actually a ton of damage, and the thing is way bigger than I thought. But I love that diving elbow. That is actually pretty sick. One thing that's kind of cool, I feel like the enemies have gotten like caught behind that the area where the ink creatures are. And they don't realize that I'm over here. So they won't harass me when I get the rock to throw at this door and open it up. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be able to break this, and none of these other armors will wake up. That's actually like so legit for the speedrun. Hold on. Is this a real thing I just did? Hold on. I'm like collecting tech here. Boom. Are there literally, they literally got stuck over here? Blade, that's so cool. That could be legit. So, okay. So legit, that could be like a really fun speedrun tech. Get that dude caught, He won't. The only guys they trigger on the death of all three. Oh my gosh. This game, I feel like if I put it on easy, I could beat this game in like half an hour. No, excuse me, not even close to half an hour. Sorry. I could beat it much more quickly than I have in the past.
These stones are loose.
Alright. Boom. Now, what are some other tricky parts? I don't care about them. I guess I could just make sure to get a little bit of health from these guys. And then ignore the rest of the... Oh no, this area is going to be difficult. Okay, we're going to have to actually do some like parrying. You have to defeat 3 of these guys. Oh, okay. Ow. Let's come at me with like normal attacks. Hard to parry. Way harder to parry than I... There we go. Get a nice little bonus health though. Don't you want to... But we need to open this door, which does not allow itself to be opened until you have hit all these... You've basically killed all these guys. The Conan's strong left hand. So now the blue guys should awaken, or maybe it's the yellow guys? Maybe I didn't kill all the purple guys? Oh no. Is this a soft lock? This might be a soft lock. Because we didn't kill somebody. Yeah, I think this is a soft lock. This game is rife with soft locks. Okay, maybe this... Let's throw. This guy over here. Bonk. Ooh, yeah, love being able to use these dorks as cannon fodder. I'm not impaling them, am I? Oh, I'm not.
You scratch like a child.
Can't use that. Okay, let's see if the rest of these things are awakened. And you have to defeat everything? Oh, okay, blue guys are here. He's stuck, so he can't dodge away. Doesn't block. Nice, okay. If you get them up against the wall, they try to do that, like, sway backwards, but they don't. They can't. Yeah, it's really hard to... That's really hard to parry. It shouldn't be, though. There's a ton of hits and... Okay. Now the yellow guy should wake up. We can test to see if we can actually block these attacks. I think these guys only have block breaker or block breaker. Ooh, no. This could be another soft lock because that dude is trapped.
One less dog in the streets.
This is such an interesting title. You can't, it seems like you can't parry that. And I can't hit him from here. So this would technically be a soft lock. Because he's not even... Oh, did he come out? Oh. Oh no, don't tell me he's just stuck behind there. Oh my gosh, he actually managed to get himself behind. I guess we could just die. Or we could try for like a perfect parry. Okay, let's try to just see. And you can parry, it just needs to be really good fucking parry. Boom! I think these guys are way easier than I maybe imagined. Yeah, I think this is super possible. I've said that a billion times at this point, but I do. Possible. That excites me. 'Cause I've been watching like some really like good challenge runs, and they like the best challenge runs are just like interesting in some big ways. You know, they like take old games and make them feel fresh, and yeah, I don't know. The real question is, am I entertaining enough to make it legit, you know? Am I a good enough editor to make it legit? Ooh. Can we jump on vases to break them? Ah! Sick. Dang, you can jump on... Because you can't kick... Okay, we're going to test something after this. Oh, got the hit by the backswing. Okay. Okay, we're going to test something here. There is definitely a weapon, a secondary weapon somewhere that's not just a giant one. Right? There's gotta be. Oh my god, chill. I want to see if we can actually use Fury Kick. Okay, perfect. Okay. Ooh, okay. Okay, maybe it's not... It's a one-hit kill on the little guys. Oh, and it's so sick too. Oh, it's not one hit. Okay. Fine, fine. Okay. You guys, Fury Kick might be an answer as well. But you can't, I don't think this everything that dual wield does is, yeah, nothing is everything is weapon based. Now, you do get 1-2 stomp, which creates a magical explosion that may be worth kind of exploring for a second. Let's see if it hits these guys. Hold on. Boom. Okay, so it does hit dudes. Wow. Whoa. Okay, pretty good range. Maybe not entirely useful though. Boom. Oh. Okay. Now. I don't know how much damage that does though. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I think going forward, we're going to play this. We're not going to play this on stream. But we are going to play, that's going to be our next project. Will be Conan Challenge Run. I think that'll be fun to just break up the monotony of like my own personal monotony. I feel like I'm not in a rut per se. But I think that'll be fun for me. I want to still make a fun video on Tunche and why I think the combat is really deep and really fun. I'm working on my Conan video. I think like I love Marvel stuff, all of my X-Men games, but it has been a lot of fun not playing games. Also, if you guys haven't seen Grindstone, Grindstone is it's a really, really fun title. Basically like a match 3. Like puzzly game. Yeah, it's really neat. You kind of... Oh yeah, I'll show you. I don't know what this... So you get these dungeons. All of them have something specific in them. And you run, like you try to kill these little creeps. So like, and then we'll do our pickaxe, which creates double items basically. So we'll smack into this and we'll create didn't create 2 pieces of wood. We could do this, 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 and into this, into this. Yeah. So like you form these really fun chains. And ooh, bet you guys are looking at that. Oh, that's cheap. Okay, so we do luckily get past, but that was a little cheap. And go this way. This is going to be a sick chain. We're gonna create so many resources. Oh, and then those shiny little things, those create, those shiny things allow us to change colors. Actually. So this is wonderful. Yeah, this is one of those like kind of turn off your brain and play games that it's just fun, you know? You don't need to play the most challenging stuff all the time. As I'm sure you guys well know, just the burnout can be real. Even on X-Men, which I felt like I was never going to get burned out on, it's just a lot. You know? What am I doing? I need to go do dad things and get ready for bed. Because I gotta take my daughter to school tomorrow. We need to do some work. Oh, Thunk. Yeah, I think that's it for tonight. He says is he can't stop playing. Sometimes you just can't help it, man. Games are addicting. I also need to do some writing. And I need to do this meta thing. Recruiter reached out today about a position at Meta, and I was like, yeah, sure, they're evil, but make money. You know? Who isn't evil? Ooh, that would have been cool. I could have got first go around. Close. One of those where you gotta like Oopa. Very true. Great good and great evil. Brother, you aren't wrong. Seems like folks are a little too good at evil, though, nowadays, doesn't it? too willing to do the evil stuff. Which isn't super cool. Got the mouths to feed. Yikes. That is pretty tough. I might have to use my jump boots to get me out of here. Those 5 ice things in the middle, those are rough. Game is definitely a fun challenge. We'll try one more. One of the few safe spaces in this area. See if we can get all blues and then cut through to the end. Oh, we can get everything. That's awesome. And now we can just jump to the end. Oh, we don't even need to jump to the end. Oh, we actually got so lucky there. Yeah, this is definitely a turn off your brain and play puzzle game. Actually sick. Managed to collect all 3 different items you can see in the upper left-hand corner and make it out alive. I haven't played this game in a while, so this is kind of a fun revisit. Ooh, yarn. A new resource that I get to craft something? What is that yarn? Let's see. Like we do have something with our wife. Speaking of, go check on my. What do we have here? Ooh, our first bit of. Look at my hat stand. Mama says she's proud of my entrepreneurial spirit. All my hats can be bought here. I'm good at making hats. But to finish making my hats, I need thread. Mama says that's called part of the payment, Baku. Easy, you can find thread in old chests on grindstone. Can only stay open for 2 weeks at a time. That is a lot of yarn. Sword, hat, firecracker helmet. We do not have very many hats on. Anyway, Blade, thanks for sticking around. Thank you to Mocha357 and Joseph Gibbs and Aveler. As always, you do dope. Thanks for anybody else who tunes in. Be good to each other. Fight fascism wherever you find it. And, yeah, dude. Be good to each other. Later, my man. We'll talk soon. Next week.